Good morning and welcome to the beach here in County Sligo. It's a beautiful spring morning, calm, right here in front of Killisburgbourne Cashel, which is a monastic site, before that a druidic site, and that's how Ireland got its glorious age of the land of saints and scholars. They weren't Christians who did it, they were Irish druids who were brought into the Catholic Church, mainly as culdeas. And it's a beautiful place here today. There's you want to be somewhere when the shit goes down. These are the kind of place you want to be. Look, I'm surrounded by food. Food everywhere. Food everywhere. You can eat just about everything around here. And this rock I'm sitting on is full of these periwinkles, or yeah, cockles. Some places I think they call them no, periwinkles. And what they are is the sea snails, and they're delicious with a bit of garlic and balsamic vinegar. And we ate them when we were kids in Dublin. They all went out of fashion because people are brainwashed by fast food companies and stuff like that. But yeah, food's everywhere. It's all over. Just understanding your ecological environment is a key to survival. Now, I come out here just for walks. Today I'm out doing a bit of magnetic fishing. I never find anything, but it's just a bit of fun and it's a bit of exercise, and so it's just nice in a day like this, an early morning like this before I start my regular job. And so as we have the ecological environment, we also have the psychic environment. We have a psychic weather. And this is how people always say to me, Thomas, it seems like you're able to predict the future at times. I do things like going on the Luke Collins show a week before Trump was elected, do a tarot card reading, and the tarot card reading said that a strong man who lives in a tower that will not fall, is surrounded by a close-knit family, and is a strong male leader, will be the President of the United States. And we all know what happened there. And that's not me having great powers. That's me from years of understanding the psychic weather and how to read archetypal forces around you. And if you haven't got my new book, Sorcery, the Invocation of Strangeness, which is about magic and how to use it in your life in a very simple way, not ritualistic kind of OTO type magic, you'll find that very interesting. You'll be able to do the same. Like I said, I've no special powers. I just have gone back to the pagan. The pagan used to read the world in archetypal forces, and one of these archetypal forces are changes in the environment. So we have here a change in the environment. It allows you to understand how nature works, but a change in the psychic environment allows you how to understand how the psychic weather, archetypal forces, and the subconscious minds communicating with the world and the cosmos works. And at the moment we're in the middle of one. In fact, it happens twice a year, during the autumnal and the spring equinox. And here we are in the spring equinox, and what happens is the veil is softened, reality is softened. This is why our ancestors associated these times with witches and magic and sorcery, because reality, because of the distance of the earth, the sun is particularly the way it's set like a clock speed mechanism against the sun and the earth and the moon, you get a portal. These become portals, so they really should be called excuse me, a fly went down my mouth, autumnal and spring portals. And that's why our pagan ancestors used them for magic, and that's why I use them for magic, and you should use them for magic. And magic happens around this time. The mentally ill always flare up in the spring. That's why I get the most attacks in the spring by the mentally ill and the cults. They can't help it. They're subject to these psychic forces. They don't have any souls, these types. So they're totally under control of psychic weather. Now, how many years have people like David Icke, and you've been listening to David Icke, telling you that this is a holographic universe and none of it is actually real, and it's all created by your mind and your nervous system? Well, that's 100% true. But it goes further than that. There are times when you can actually hack it. And the autumnal equinox and the spring equinox are times you can hack it. That's Samhain, Walpurgis, Beltane, and so on. This is why our ancestors, before the pollution of Christianity came from the Middle East, were able to do amazing things around these times. Now, it happens anyway. When you read the psychic weather, you can read the world. Now, at the moment, it's a big hullabaloo, and it's a good one, and it's an important one, and you should notice this, between the new royal baby, Louis, after Louis Mountbatten, and Rosemary's baby. Kate Middleton and Mia Farrow and Rosemary's baby are wearing the same outfit coming out of hospital, this red thing with a white kind of crocheted top, an awful looking 1950s thing. And yeah, and all the truthers are going, it's an Illuminati message, it's an Illuminati messing with us. No, you're reading it all wrong. and then they tie it into the Alfie Evans thing, which unfortunately that sad tragic case is tied in and locked into this on a kind of a macrocosmic, microcosmic level, as above so below kind of thing. And because they're all Christians, they think that Alfie Evans had to die in order to make the Antichrist, this new little child of the royal family, live. And it's nonsense, because they're Christians and they also believe that movies are real, and that's a big huge problem with the truthers and the alternative scene in general. They think that these things are all messages or pre-programming. They're not. You remember, the people at the top are dumb animals. They're even less control than you. This is why they have to maintain security safe states and prison planets and all this kind of thing, because they have no control over magic like we do. Look at the amount of effort they have to do to go to make magic, where ordinary peasants like us can do it very easily. And so that's why they're under the same archetypal forces. Now, then, of course, you know, people go beyond Rosemary's Baby. They start bringing in Louis Cyphier and all this other stuff, and it becomes like a 9/11 type clusterfuck, where everything and anything then becomes evidence from every movie or book or TV show that's ever written that the Illuminati are pre-programming people and the Antichrist. It's like I said, Satanism is only a problem if you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian or a Muslim or an Abrahamic, Satanism is just nothing. It means nothing. The same thing with this idea of an Antichrist. You only believe in an Antichrist if you're dumb enough to believe in a Christ. It's as simple as that. Now, so what does it really mean? This well, yes, we are in the middle of the spring equinox, and reality has softened up. It has loosened up, and this is a glitch in the matrix. It's almost like if you pay attention to this, you will notice more and more synchronicities around you, and you will realise that you're able to hack the operating universe system of the universe. So you'll be thinking about something in a certain place, and you'll find an object on the ground that's synchronistically incredibly linked to it, and things like this. So always look for your synchronicities and your simulacrum. This is how one of the ways of developing your magical self. And this is what's happening here. We're seeing that these people don't really have any power. They're not, and you hear it, they're not satanic, they're Christians. That's why they don't have any magic. Christians don't have magic. And, well, Catholics used to before the Latin Mass was done. That's why I kind of get where these Tridentine kind of cults are coming from. They're trying to get back to the magic of the Latin Mass and the proper substantiation, which was all kind of witchcraft as well. But again, the church is in control. You're not, of those kind of things. You have to learn how to take back your own power. So that don't be getting all sexed up. The same kind of people are telling you that Beyonce videos are about demon worship and devils. It's all nonsense. Beyonce's a dumb fucking pop star, and the people who make those videos don't have any brains. You see, like, even the things like the big ritual that they had at the Gothard when the Gothard base tunnel was open, that absolutely was a big ritual, but the people who put that together didn't really fully understand what they were doing. They thought it was artistic and artistic, you know, insight and artistic observation. What it really was they're animals. They're maggots. They're lower forms of life compared to you. Instead of being made a fool and jumping back onto the chessboard and starting to go Illuminati, sacrifice Jesus Christ and the Antichrist, and Alfie Evans was the Jesus, and all this crap. Observe, pay attention, get on with your life. That's how you deal with it. To get locked into those ideas makes you the willing fool. You're the one who ended up in the past with your throat cut and thrown into the bog. Don't become the one with your throat cut and thrown into the bog. Just don't do that. Be the one who observes casually, like Odin, one eye open, observing intensely the physical world, the closed eye representing the insight into the psychic undercurrents of the subconscious, and by using both you become a god. So that's all that stuff means. Just like all the conspiracy theories started up around 9/11, about a month after the event happened, because again it was the autumnal equinox and people started to see it with different eyes. And I don't care what's behind it. I just want to be made aware that I can understand it and I observe it, and you should too, but don't get emotionally tied up in it. Use it as a tool, because all energy is neutral at the point of zero. Where you take it is where it brings you. So check out my new book, Sorcery, The Invocation of Strangeness, if you want to know more. Have a nice day, and I'll leave you this beautiful view of this beautiful part of the world, and this is the kind of stuff you really need to care about. If I was patriotic, I'd probably be emotional now, but nationalism means nothing to me. I'm a tribalist, not a nationalist.